Hi everyone, it's nice to see you all again on another episode of FMPOV from my point of view. My name is Raphael with PH, and here on this program I examine and analyze deep questions about relationships and lifestyles, and I objectively say it the way it is from my point of view. So for those of you who are stressing yourselves out about your relationship or situationship issues, don't hesitate. Reach out to me and release your burden. I will give you my point of view on the issue unapologetically. You see, friends, the smallest change in perspective can transform a life. I know I say this all the time, but it is what it is. When you get another perspective on an issue, it gives you a better clarity. Like the saying goes, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change as well. So now, let's dive down into our question of the day. How to manage expectations in relationships and why it is important. First of all, what is an expectation? Expectations are what we think will happen, while reality is what actually transpires. While we hope these two will match up, they often don't. In fact, in some cases, people might become so attached to or consumed by their expectations that they are unable to see the reality of a situation that is staring directly at their faces. So this disparity of expectations versus reality can often lead to feelings of discontentment and unhappiness. For example, sometimes we expect our relationships to be perfect, like you see in romantic movies, but forgetting that we ourselves are not perfect. And even if we leave our partner for a new partner, he or she will still not be perfect, because perfection is an illusion. A perfect relationship happens only when you make peace with each other's imperfections. And really, guys, imperfection is not a flaw. It is a sign of authenticity, a true reflection of who your partner really is. And like I said earlier, sometimes we expect too much even from ourselves, like expecting your job or your career to be an idealized version you dreamed about as a child, or even your life to match what you see on Instagram, which very often are filtered to seem perfect. People generally don't share their worst moments online. And sometimes we may find ourselves comparing what we do have to what we could have. So instead of us appreciating what we already have, we start lamenting and longing for what we don't have. And in that case, we have allowed our expectations to outpace reality. And this too often leads to disappointments and heartbreaks. So if you are feeling weighed down by the pressure to meet up to your expectations, relax, brother. Take a moment to reflect on what you have or have achieved and understand that success is a journey, not a destination. Even Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, is still searching for money. And if your worries are about not meeting up to people's expectations of you, be it your family, friends, or even work colleagues, don't be bothered and don't let it wear you down. Don't let society dictate who you should be or what you should have. Be yourself. Remain focused and embrace your imperfections, and stretch your middle fingers up in the air to anybody that says otherwise. See, friends, research has found that practicing gratitude and working actively to savoring the moment can have a positive effect on your well-being and happiness. So many people, in their quest for more, have lost the ability to truly enjoy, relish and savor what they already have. They are always, just like Oliver Twist, salivating for more. Please don't get me wrong. It is okay to want more. So let's be clear about that. But you can enjoy life so much more if you appreciate what you already have. Savoring what you have is a great way to expand the joy you experience in life. It is good to set goals, and of course you should, but goals are not destinations. Goals are guideposts along the journey of life. Friends, please hear me out. True inner happiness doesn't come from material things. You see, guys, the problem here is we sometimes overestimate how happy we would be once we get what we think we want. We all know that feeling. Saving enough to buy that new car, build that new house, or get that latest girlfriend or nice clothes. But at the end, after achieving that your dream, you will find out that the happiness it brings you along with it is just temporary, just like every other thing in life. So ultimately, striving for more can lead you to work your hardest and do your best. At the same time, it can also rob you of joy. Money can relieve suffering, but it doesn't guarantee happiness or long life. I mean, look at Steve Jobs. In fact, too much money can lead to increased loneliness and anxiety, and can also complicate family dynamics and relationships. So now, how do we manage our expectations and enjoy our life to the fullest? Well, guys, it all comes down to awareness. Yes, becoming aware of what you are expecting is a great start, because you need to be aware of your expectations in order to manage them. Start by being honest with yourself about what you expect from the relationship. Then communicate your expectations to your partner. Discussing what you both want is important and gives you a place to start negotiating and compromising on expectations. Finally, remember to be flexible and willing to adapt as your relationship and your expectations evolve. And please do not assume anything about your relationship until it is explicitly stated. Even if you are spending tons of time together and feel that you have a deep connection, you can't assume anything about the status of your relationship until it is explicitly discussed. Yes, it is important to pay attention to actions, but words and nuances are important too, particularly when it comes to your relationship status. In today's dating climate, it is not uncommon for people to assume that they are exclusive with someone after months of dating, only to be shocked later when they discover that their partner has not been dating them exclusively. And really, he or she cannot be blamed for that if it was not explicitly stated and was just understood, quote and unquote. And finally, please don't make comparisons. Don't compare yourself, your life, or your relationship to your friends or to what your friends are telling you, and most importantly, not to what you see posted on social media. Understand that what you see isn't necessarily what others are actually living. And whenever you find out that what is happening is not what you expected and you are highly disappointed, remind yourself that no situation is perfect, and other people are also flawed and prone to making mistakes. Just because you cannot do something to someone doesn't always mean they cannot do it to you. Just because you wouldn't betray your friend doesn't mean your friend wouldn't betray you. So don't use your own standard to judge other people. You don't know the personal struggles the person may be going through. So learning how to manage your expectations makes you less vulnerable to life uncertainties and prepare you for situations where and when people are being people. Like somebody once said, don't blame people for disappointing you. Blame yourself for expecting too much from them. So when you reduce your expectations, you won't be disappointed. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised. Believe me, guys, things always turn out best for the people who make the best out of any situation. So no matter our expectations, and even when they are not being met, there is always something to be grateful for. Our life, guys, some are having it worse than you right now, and that is me saying it from my point of view. Okay friends, thanks for watching this video. I'm sure some of you may not agree with some of my assertions, but hey, you know how we do it on this program. I'm just keeping it real, saying it from my point of view. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And for those of you who are facing daunting issues or challenges in your relationship or situationship and are looking for objective advice, please go ahead, send me an email. Use the email contact down below. Like I said earlier, a problem shared is a problem solved. Looking forward to seeing you all next week on another episode of FMPOV from my point of view. And until then, please stay safe.